76. I think I know who that is. What's going on, bro? Top chat. Live chat. Let me see. I want to see the full chat. AVR works. Yep, that's my thing right there. The Tai Chi 2, the diagram of the Supreme Ultimate, aka the yin yang symbol. Anyhow, what's going on, everybody? Quick updates. Try to be brief as usual. I thought the judge had ruled on the motion to dismiss for the bootlicker case, but he had not until he has now. So he denied that. So we're going to move to trial on the bootlicker case. That is scheduled for June 13th. I'll put an event together on Facebook and I'll put another reminder. June 13th at 8 a.m. So they're scheduling it first thing in the morning. They're going to try to get a full day. So if there are any witnesses from the Legislative Office Building incident, I have a number of them here. But if there are any that I haven't spoken to yet that saw my arrest and what happened, please contact me at absolutedefiance@protonmail.com. That's the best way to do it. Just shoot me an email there and say I was a witness and I would like to testify. That's June 13th at 8 a.m. So we got over a month on that. So I also filed a motion to reconsider the one guilty verdict of the 4 counts from the New Hampshire 9 arrests at the police academy. If any of you are not aware, 3 not guilty out of the 4 charges. Somehow the judge found me guilty for clapping loudly and saying shut it down once I was already arrested in handcuffs. And the key argument to my motion for reconsideration on this guilty verdict is that none of the troopers and no one, and I never admitted or testified to clapping at all once I was in handcuffs. I mean, how do you clap loudly in handcuffs? So that was the start of the charges. Plus I said, shut it down, fuck this shit, we're being arrested. If you don't like my language, I'm sorry. You know, it's appropriate in certain circumstances such as this. Anyhow, that charge I'm asking the judge to reconsider because they didn't prove, nobody said that I ever clapped at all back there. So that charge should not stand at all. There is also case law to support that you're allowed to verbally protest your arrest as long as it doesn't create a hazard, and nothing created a hazard. The judge admitted during his sentencing that no hazard was created, no public safety issues were present. So therefore, the charge can't stand. And I hope he reconsiders. That. And let me see here. So witnesses, please email me. Definitely, please email me. I did other stuff. We did other stuff today. I may or may not post those videos to the channel. We're gathering other evidence and information towards the bigger conspiracy here with Sununu and his cabal of deep state agents. So I also filed a motion to strike the witnesses, the state troopers' testimony who were not allowed or who were not present for the second day. I said I wanted Greco and these other ones to be there for further cross-examination and further questioning. They were not allowed to be present. So therefore, their testimony should be strucken from the record because they struck Patricia Jorgensen's testimony from the record because the state was not allowed to fully cross her. She wasn't present for the second day. Nobody told us she had to be there or anything. And I specifically asked for those troopers to be there, and they were not there. And so there is that. Motion for decision on the merits. Definitely going to be working on some bar complaints on O'Leary for malicious prosecution. Either way, we're ripe for the lawsuit for the illegal arrest because the initial arrest was found to be, unjustified. I was found not guilty. And so that opens the door to the civil suit. Of course, it's me and Monica so far who've had our charges, disposed of in some way. And next is going to be Therese. So I might not be able to be in the room because I might be a witness. I don't know if I'm going to be called as a witness or not yet. But her trial, from what I understand, is June 27th. I don't know the time. You guys are going to find out. I should know the time. But be ready by 8 in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, drink 5 cups of coffee and get there for Therese's trial because her trial is worse than my trial. The charges, literally, she said amen. I mean, at least they tried to say I said things that I didn't actually say that could be construed as problematic or disruptive. But saying amen ever, how do you recklessly say amen? That's what Sununu would have us believe. So, yeah, there's some things going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to talk about because it's strategic legal stuff, and I do know that O'Leary and all these other, state agents watch the channel, right? So my next trial is for the bootlicker case, and that was for basically the same thing from the New Hampshire 9 arrests. It was the $27 million in federal funding that was denied, even though 9 of us got arrested at that thing, and I was just found not guilty, right? They continued it, or they put it into a fiscal committee meeting. They came up with, to be precise, as precise as I can be, they came up with like 3 or 4 million of the 27 million. I want to say maybe it was around 5, because I believe it was they still needed 22 point something million, which went to this fiscal committee, right? Even though the executive council just denied this money, they sent it through to the fiscal committee, and people showed up there in droves, and I was there, and they weren't letting these 2 women bundle up their babies, and we weren't going to leave the women behind with this goon squad of bootlicking brown shirts, right? And then I started yelling about us just being arrested at the previous meeting and called them bootlickers. And that's when I was put under arrest by Greg DeLuca. Even though his complaint is nowhere on the record. There's so much stuff. Wait till you see I'm going to upload the stuff from today. And it has to do with us going through the record. It's pretty dry. Some of it, I put it on 1.5 speed. But we uncovered so much stuff on the record that is completely out of the ordinary, that, the case should be dismissed just on that alone, right? And so, yeah, witnesses, again, I'm going to remind you, if you know of any witnesses or if you are a witness, email me at absolutedefiance@protonmail.com. I'll just keep repeating myself if I don't start stopping now, but let me hit the chat room real quick. So if anyone has any questions, shoot them off now, please. What's up, Joko, Kansas State, KS, Cop Watch? How's it going? Seek and Destroy, Juggalo News. What's up? Salute. Bocomo. How's it going? Kenny Powers. My great grandpa was a Boston cop. Believe that. So, yeah. Who's that there? It's just good to see you too. 2076. And yeah, so I mean, I guess that's it. This stuff is still going. And you can get ready for this next trial, the bootlicker fuck around, find out trial. So I was originally charged with saying bootlicker, and then that charge disappeared. And then months later, this thing resurfaces, and they said that I said fuck around and find out, which I did, but I was already under arrest for calling these cupcake snowflakes bootlickers, right? It's kangaroo court, and that kangaroo court will continue. Believe that. They want to bring me in there on some of this bullshit. We will get this clown show reignited. You know how we do. We nullify all this unconstitutional crap. And let me point out again, you'll see it in the videos. So at Concord District Court, where they used to make all these issues about us filming, they took down all the signs that say no filming in court because they know it can't be enforced and it's illegal. They also took them down at the New Hampshire Supreme Court, where we did a few audits there. So I'm going to try to get it, I have other stuff to do, but I'd like to check out some of these other courts and challenge them right over here. Some of the local ones like Manchester, that'll be easy, and I've already dealt with them as well. But they all need to take down these signs that say we're not allowed to film because they're all violating our rights. We can film anywhere in public, and you should, because the camera's the new gun. Fuck around and find out. Signing off. Have a good night, everybody. Check the chat again. Yeah. Thank you, Juggalo News, and thank you all for joining the stream. Have a good night.